Phonemic awareness, also known as sound awareness, is one of the most important literacy skills that will empower your child to learn to read early and easily. So in today's video, we are going to talk all about phonemic awareness and the 5 important phonemic awareness skills that you can teach your child through simple everyday activities to empower your child to learn to read early and easily. I will also be sharing with you some free activity printables, so be sure to watch this video until the very end. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Grace, and one of the things that I'm truly passionate about is supporting parents, teachers, and organizations help children become successful readers and spellers in a short span of time. So now, what is phonemic awareness for all those who are new to this term? Well, phonemic awareness is just a fancy term for sound awareness, and it is the ability to hear, identify, differentiate, and work with the different sounds in the spoken language. Here is a simple example. Hearing or identifying the sound D in the word dog. By the way, if you're new to the sounds in English, don't worry. Watch this video right here to learn the 44 sounds in English. Anyway, phonemic awareness is all about the sounds in the spoken language, as I just mentioned. So it has got nothing to do with the written language. This means you don't have to wait until your child learns ABCs to develop this important literacy skill. Instead, you can start developing this skill right from the time your baby can hear, which is, of course, from birth. Because your child would just need his or her ears and not his or her eyes. I recently did a video on how to teach your baby to read, and I highly suggest you watch it because I talked about 6 important early literacy skills that you can start developing right from birth to empower your baby to learn to read early and easily. Anyway, the reason why you might want to consider helping your little one develop phonemic awareness, which is one of the 6 early literacy skills, is because it is the most important predictor for early reading success. For example, if your child can hear and identify the 3 sounds in the word mat, reading and spelling the word mat would be a piece of cake when you introduce ABCs to your child, because your child is already good at breaking words down into their individual sounds and also putting sounds together to form words orally. So now all that your child has to do is just map the sounds with their respective letters, M-A-T. Do you see what I mean? So building phonemic awareness is really critical for reading and spelling success. Now let's talk about the 5 important phonemic awareness skills and how you can help your child master these skills through simple everyday activities. So the number 1 skill on our list is identification. As the name suggests, it is the ability to identify sounds in words. For example, when you say and, your child should be able to hear the a sound or identify that the word begins with the sound a. So how can you build this skill? There are many ways to do it, but here are 2 simple games that I have for you. The first game is object sound identification. So to play this game, pick a handful of random objects from around the house and help your child identify them by their beginning sounds. So if you have a spoon, slow down and stretch the word spoon. Stress on the beginning sound s, stress on the ending sound n. And once your child is able to identify objects by their beginning sounds, you can also have your child sort objects by their beginning sounds. So spoon, sippy cup, sailboat go together. Instead of objects, if you want to use picture cards, you can use our free beginning sound sorting and matching cards from our website www.learnsmart.com to do this activity. You can also use these free phoneme identification printables. I will leave a link to these freebies in the description below this video. The second game that I have for you is find the pair or find the odd one out. You can play this game with toddlers and preschoolers, so simply pick 2 words that begin with the same sound along with a word that begins with a different sound and have your child identify the words that begin with the same sound or identify the word that does not begin with the same sound. So if you say frog, fox, and pan, frog and fox are the pair and pan is the odd one out. Now the second skill on our list is blending. So what is blending? Well, this blending is not about blending ingredients together, but it is the ability to mentally string sounds together to form words. For example, to get the word and, you have to string the 3 sounds a, n, t. As simple as this might sound, this skill is not easy to master. But once your child masters this skill, it will empower your child to read new and big words fluently and easily once your child starts reading. So how can you build this skill? I will give it to you in some time. But before that, let's talk about the next important phonemic awareness skill on our list, segmenting. Because blending and segmenting often go hand in hand. So once we understand what segmenting is, then we can discuss how you can develop these two important phonemic awareness skills together in tandem. So what is segmenting? Well, segmenting is just the opposite of blending. It is the ability to break a word down into its individual sounds. Let's take the same example. Ant. Ant is made up of three sounds, ant. This ability to break words down into individual sounds will empower your child to spell new and even big words easily when it's time to write. So how can you help your child develop blending and segmenting? Very simple. Get into the habit of sound talking with your child. The cool thing about sound talking is that it can be played anytime, anywhere, and you don't need anything to do this. So pick 2 to 3 words a day and sound talk. For example, if you want your child to hand over his or her toy to you, you can say, "Give me that oi, please." Now your child has to figure out what oi means. It's toy. At first, you might have to do a couple of examples so your child gets the hang of it. Trust me, the more often you sound talk and make it look silly by changing your tone of voice, like maybe sound like a robot or a rat, whatever you prefer, your child will enjoy it and also might start talking like you because it's fun. But only you know that you have taught your child the 2 most important skills for reading and spelling success, easily and effortlessly. By the way, here is an important tip when you sound talk. Always hold up your fingers and count the sounds so your child can see the number of sounds in words like oi, toy, as it will really help your child learn to segment and blend very easily. Okay, now let's move on to the next skill on our list, which is addition and subtraction. This is a bit advanced skill that would help your child form new words. Here is an example. If you add the sound p at the beginning of the word ant, you end up with pant. But if you take away the t sound at the end of the word pant, you will end up with pan. Interesting, isn't it? So how can you teach this skill to your child? Well, play the little word magician. So how do you play this game? Simply pick a couple of words that have words within them and slow down and stretch those words and let your child hear them and identify the word within those words. For example, if you say pant, there is an ant in the word. So your child has to take away the sound p. This is subtraction. Now for addition, you can ask your child to add a new sound at the beginning of the word ant to get a new word. Your child might add the k sound to make it can't, or even add the m sound to make it mant. I know mant is not a real word, but at this point, getting the right word is not important, but getting the concept is. So play this game when your child is receptive and in a good mood. Don't force your child, just remember to keep things light and fun. Now, moving on to the final phonemic awareness skill on our list, substitution. As the name suggests, it is the ability to substitute a sound in a word with another sound to get a new word. This is also a bit advanced skill, but it will help your child form new words once he or she starts reading and spelling. Here's an example. If you substitute the sound t in the word ant with d, you will get and. So what can you do to help your child learn about substitution? A simple yet a fun activity that you can do to build this skill is silly rhymes. So pick a rhyme that is familiar to your child and replace the first sound in the words and encourage your child to do the same. For example, if you take the nursery rhyme Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, replace the first sound t with the sound b. So it would be Binkle Binkle Bittle Bar. Kids will find this funny, so I'm sure your child will certainly enjoy doing this. Apart from these games and activities that we just discussed, I also suggest that you pick a couple of words every day while reading to your child to apply these skills in real time. So just to recap, Phonemic awareness is a technical term that we use for sound awareness, and it is the ability to hear, identify, differentiate, and work with the different sounds in the spoken language. And it is a very important skill that is responsible for early reading and spelling success. And the 5 important phonemic awareness skills that we discussed today are identification, which is identifying sounds and words, blending, which is putting sounds together to form words, segmenting, which is breaking a word down into its individual sounds, addition and subtraction, which is adding or subtracting sounds to form new words, and finally substitution, which is replacing a sound with a new sound to get a new word. So that's it for now. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, leave a like and let me know in the comments below. Also, if you are a parent who's new to phonics but would like to teach your child to read, then be sure to check out our LURN PHONICS Reading program, which is a step-by-step multi-sensorial reading program that is designed to help you teach your child to read by spending just 10 to 15 minutes a day. You can learn all about the program by clicking on the link in the description below this video. Once again, I thank you for stopping by and I thank you for watching my videos. Until next time, don't forget to be a little playful, mindful, and intentional. See you soon.